with a very important topic, that is the transportation. See, plant is a, yes.
Diffusion and osmosis, no, ma'am.
Yes, diffusion and osmosis. This is a very important concept. Actually, there are students, you will find such friends in your class itself who doesn't even know the difference between the diffusion and the osmosis. Though these both terms are very extremely important actually. Okay, so we are going to study the transportation. So I was telling that, there is a whole plant, there is a whole organism, any animal. Okay, and like, looking at that particular plant or animal, just like simply from your naked eyes, you won't find any sort of movement which is happening inside their body, but there is a lot of movement that happens inside a plant body and an animal body. And what sort of movement it is? It's a diffusion process or a osmosis. Now let's take a normal example, like a layman example here, to understand the process actually. So diffusion it's very simple. It's just like, you have a party at your place. Okay, so maybe that's your birthday party. Okay, and you have called all your friends over your place. Okay, and now you have a single room. Let's suppose you have a single room and you have like 50 friends. So to fix or to like adjust those 50 friends of yours in that single room is extremely difficult. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What you will do then? How will you like adjust those people? How will you adjust those 50 friends of you in a single room? You're mute, Harshvardhan, you're mute.
We first will call any 15 friends or come and we'll talk with them and they will go, ma'am. Again, we will call other 15.
Okay, that's very nice.
We will do different timings, ma'am.
And what about Gagan? And what about Gagan? Okay. Okay. And Gagan, how will you manage?
I'll save them to go, ma'am.
Okay, you people are very, very funny. Okay, it's not like that actually. You cannot, the whole 50 that 50 friends of you are very, very like lovable to you. How can you tell them to go away? I will not invite you. Okay, this is not
like case. Party has been cancelled, like that. I'll say.
Okay, no, not like that. Actually, what you will do to make them adjust in that single room, that's not possible. It's next to impossible. You cannot fix them in that single particular room. You will ask them to sit in your next room. Then what will happen? There will be a dividing of those like 50 people. The space will be there.
You told only you have one room, no, ma'am.
What?
Yes, you said in one room.
One room, ma'am. That's why we told like that, ma'am.
Okay, that's not possible. You people cannot organize that big party when you have a single room. That is not possible. I was just giving you an example. Okay, so you will ask them, you will ask 25 of them to move to your next room, which is there. Okay, so this is how a diffusion also takes place. Somewhere when, like suppose this is one cell, any XYZ cell, and outside this cell, you have so much amount of salt present. You know what is salt? NaCl. We write it like this, NaCl negative. Okay, so much amount of salt is present. Now this salt have so much crowd outside the cell. So this salt molecules want to travel inside the cell so that there is less crowd. Okay, so they will start moving inside that cell. And there is nothing like, they don't have to pay any amount for the entrance, or they like what happens in the toll. Whenever we travel from one city to another city, not city, actually state, so we have to pay toll tax to the government. So just you can enter to that state. Okay, but in simple diffusion, there is no cost that a molecule has to pay to enter inside the cell. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and now I am telling about cost. what sort of cost a molecule has to pay? Can you tell me? What is that cost? It's not rupees. Molecules, they don't earn rupees. What
No,
is
ma'am.
that?
I think so. ATP, ma'am.
ATP, yes, ATP. ATP is the cost that any molecule has to pay to come outside
in
from the cell and to go
Currency of
inside.
it is a currency of energy, no, ma'am.
Yes, it's entirely based on energy. Okay, so in diffusion process, you don't have to, molecules don't have to pay any energy molecules. Okay, it's just a direct movement. Mostly, I took an example of NaCl here, but mostly in diffusion, gases, they move from one part of the cell to other part, or move out from the cell to inside. Okay, so it's mostly gases. So that is what is written over here in this slide, that gaseous exchange takes place from a region of high concentration to the region of low concentration. So low concentration is present inside the cell, yes, and high concentration is present outside the cell. So do you agree with me or not? Clear?
Ma'am.
So if someone
Yes, ma'am.
asks you about the diffusion process, how will you explain that person?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, the moving of gases from the higher concentration to the lower concentration is called diffusion.
And if that person asks you that why only gas, not molecules, not solid, liquid, or something like that, why gases?
Yes, ma'am. Liquid also. Ma'am, liquid also, ma'am.
All the liquids?
Ma'am, not
Are you
liquid, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Liquid we will call osmosis, ma'am. The moving of liquid.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Then
liquid
why
of
only gases? Why only gases?
Yeah. Ma'am, only gases means okay.
Yes, Gagan.
Because they don't have shape, ma'am.
Okay, okay. But they have molecules, no? Like oxygen is a gas, CO2 is a gas. They have molecule structure. Shape
Yes,
is not a exact reason that the gases are only allowed to diffuse. Shape is not the reason. Actually, the reason is size. The reason is size. Okay. So size of gas is very small. O2, a single molecule. A single molecule can directly come inside the cell. But a large molecule, like for example, NaCl, cannot diffuse. It cannot diffuse because it has a huge size. Getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this should be the way you should try to explain the other person that what is diffusion. Why only gases they diffuse inside the cell. So I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we move ahead?